the student of Carmel Convent Senior Secondary School, Ratanpur, Bhopal, has created this presentation on the topic Thermal Power Plant. Presented by Arun Tripathi, Chaik Arora, Chirag Thakre, Dipesh Verma. Introduction. A thermal power plant converts the heat energy of coal into electrical energy. Coal is burnt in a boiler which converts water into steam. The expansion of steam in turbine produces the mechanical power which drives the alternator coupled to the turbine. Thermal power plant contribute maximum to the generation of power for any country. Thermal power plant constitutes 75.43% of total installed captive and non-captive power generation in India. In thermal generating station, coal, oil, natural gas, etc. are employed as primary source of energy. Working principle. Firstly, the water is taken into boiler from a water source. The boiler is heated with the help of coal. The increase in temperature helps in transformation of water into steam. The steam generated in the boiler is sent through a steam turbine. The turbine has blades that rotate when high velocity steam flow across them. The rotation of turbine blades is used to generate electricity. A generator is connected to the steam turbine, thus electricity is generated and given as output by the generator, which is then supplied to the consumer through high voltage power line. This is the general layout of thermal power plant. This is the basic operation of thermal power plant.
This is Chahak Arora and I am going to explain what is power plant and its main equipments. So let's get started with the power plant. A power plant station is an industrial facility for the generation of electric power. At the center of nearly all power stations is a generator, a rotating machine that converts mechanical power into electric power by creating relative motion between a magnetic field and a conductor. Most power stations in the world burn fossil fuel such as coal, oil, and natural gas to generate electricity, and some use nuclear power, but there is an increasing use of cleaner, renewable sources such as solar, wind, wave, and hydroelectric. Central power stations produce AC power. After a brief battle of current in the 19th century demonstrated the advantage of AC distribution. Here comes our next topic, thermal power plant. Our main topic of this presentation. A thermal power plant is a power plant in which the prime mover is steam. Water is heated, turns into steam, and spins a turbine which drives an electrical generator. After it passes through the turbine, the steam is condensed in a condenser and recycled to where it was heated. This is known as Rankine cycle. Now, here are the parts of thermal power plant. First, coal conveyor. Coal conveyor is a belt type arrangement that are used to move coal efficiently. Second, pulverizer. Pulverizer increases the coal combustion efficiency of coal. Third, boiler or furnace. A boiler is a device used to create steam by applying heat energy to water. Fourth, superheater. In a power plant, after the steam is conditioned by the drying equipment inside the steam drum, it is piped from the upper drum area into tubes inside an area of the furnace known as the superheater. Fifth, economizer. Economizer are mechanical devices intended to reduce energy consumption or to perform another useful function like preheating a fluid. Sixth, reheater. Reheater added heat in the high pressure steam. Seventh, steam turbine. A steam turbine is a mechanical device that extracts thermal energy from pressurized steam and converts it into rotary motion. 8th, generator. A device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy is called generator. 9th, condenser. Condenser is a device or unit used to condense a substance from its gaseous to its liquid state, typically by cooling it. 10th, deaerator. A deaerator is a that is widely used for the removal of air and other dissolved gases from the feed water to steam generating boiler. Now, here are main equipments. First, coal handling plant. Second, pulverizing plant. Third, boiler. Fourth, turbine. Fifth, condenser. Sixth, cooling towers and ponds. Seventh, feed water heater. Eighth, economizer. Ninth, air preheater. Now here is the first point of the main equipment, coal handling plant. Coal is transported to power station by rail or road and stored in coal storage plant and then pulverized. The function of coal handling plant is automatic feeding of coal to the boiler furnace. A thermal power plant burns enormous amounts of coal. A 200 megawatt plant may require around 2000 tons of coal daily.
This is Chirag Thakre and I am going to explain you about the functional diagram and further main equipments of thermal power plant. Now, this is the second point of main equipments. Boiler. The functions of boiler is to generate steam at desired pressure and temperature by transferring heat produced by burning of fuel in a furnace to change water into steam. Here is a third point, turbine. The thermal power plant generates 3 turbines are used to increase the efficiency. First, high pressure turbine. Second, immediate pressure turbine. Third, low pressure turbine. Here is a fourth point, condenser. The surface condenser is a shell and a tube heater exchanger where cooling water flows through tubes and exhaust steam fed into the shell surrounded the tubes. As a result, steam condenser outside the tube. Here below the diagram of a condenser. Here is a fifth point, cooling towers and ponds. A condenser needs huge quantity of water to condense the steam. Most plants are cooled cooling systems where warm water coming from condenser is cooled and reused. Cooling towers is a steel or concrete hyperbolic structure with a height of 150 meters.
Economizer. Flue gases coming out of the boiler carry lot of heat. An economizer extracts a part of this heat from flue gases and use it for heating fed water, saving coal consumption and higher boiler efficiency. Waste generated and their control. Ash handling plant, water handling plant. Ash handling plant. The ash from the boiler is collected in two forms. Bottom ash, it is a waste which is dumped into ash pond. Fly ash. Fly ash is separated from flue gases in ESP. Water handling plant. Water in power plant is used for production of steam for rotating turbine, cooling purpose for cooling of various equipment. Water is recycled and used by various purpose. Raw water for cooling, for steam, for condenser. About 4 cubic meter water is lost every day. Advantages of thermal power plant. The fuel used is quite cheap, less initial cost as compared to other generating station. It can be stored at any place irrespective of the existence of coal. The coal can be transported to the site of plant by rails or road. The cost of generation is less. It requires less space. Transmission cost is less as located near load center. Disadvantages of thermal power plant. It pollutes the atmosphere due to producing large amount of smokes and fume. Higher maintenance cost and operational cost. Huge requirement of water. The running cost of thermal power plant is more as compared to hydropower plant. Skilled persons are required for erecting and maintaining the power station.
Physics Project, Session 2020-21. Sources of energy, environmental consequences, and how long will an energy source last us? Environmental consequences. Energy sources that causes pollution. Here are the most common types of sources of energy that releases harmful effluents in our environment. They are coal. Coal produces more pollution than any other resources. Natural gas. The drilling and extraction of natural gas from wells and its transportation in pipelines results in the leakage of methane, which is a major risk for the climate. Nuclear energy. Its disadvantages are it releases radioactive waste. Cooling water system is a risk for the aquatic and marine life. Geothermal energy. It reduces the land sustainability and causes noise and site pollution. It also produces foul smell. Solar energy. The solar panels take up a lot of land space, which can result in environmental degradation and loss of habitat. Tidal energy. They change the movement of water into and out of the estuaries, which can disrupt the life cycle of aquatic animals. Ways to reduce environmental pollution. Choose eco-friendly appliances, cut heating and cooling expenditures, switch to renewable energy sources, and follow the steps reduce, reuse, and recycle. Ozone. The ozone layer had been thinning since the late 1970s. At its worst in the late 1990s, about 10% of the upper zone was depleted. Maximum 2019 hole as of September 8, 2019. Due to the gradual increase in the use of energy sources, the ozone layer also starts getting depleted. Ozone layer helps to save Earth from the ultraviolet rays, but the release of CFCs and halons had reduced the absorbing capacity of ozone, hence may lead to cracks and holes in it, thus causing great damage to Earth. How long will an energy source last us? Resources are mainly classified as renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. We cannot depend on the fossil fuel for much longer. Such resources that gets depleted someday are said to be exhaustible resources or non-renewable sources of energy. On the other hand, if we manage biomass by replacing the trees we cut down for firewood, we can be assured of a constant supply of energy at a particular rate. Such energy resources that can be regenerated are called inexhaustible resources or renewable sources of energy. We would like to express a special thanks of gratitude to our respected physics teacher, Mrs. Bindu Rajiv ma'am, for giving us this opportunity of preparing a PPT as a class 10th assignment on the topic sources of energy, which really helped us to understand the topic well. Bibliography. Class 10th NCERT Science textbook and the above given links have been used or have been referred for taking the content of this PPT. Presented by group number 11, Aisha Khan, Palak Chauhan, Parampara Kadam and Siddharyan Singh.